shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Chris in the Caliente Garage. In this video, I will be installing the H7 LED headlight kit that I picked up from Electrical Connection. Electrical Connection was founded in 1994 by Lewis Q. Preston. Most of their products are handmade in Knoxville, Tennessee, as a result of many customers' suggestions and feedback. Electrical Connection was awarded Innovation of the Month by Motorcycle Consumer News for the battery monitor. All of their products are road tested before being sold. Some of the advantages of LED headlights are improved efficiency, improved lighting quality, better durability, better aesthetics, improved safety, easy to install. LED lights are more efficient than halogen lights. These LED headlight bulbs will fit the Honda Goldwing GL 1800 as well as the F6B from year 2001 through 2017. I will include a link in the description below if any of you are interested in purchasing these H7 LED headlight bulbs from Electrical Connection. It shows an input power of 25 watts, operating voltage between 12 and 24 volts, luminous flux 6,000 lumens, color temperature 6500 K, heat dissipation aviation aluminum 7, operating life 30,000 hours, and an operating temperature between 40 and 80 degrees Celsius. Looking inside of the box, it comes with 2 LED headlights, 2 power regulator modules, 2 aluminum spacers, 2 alcohol wipes, and 2-sided adhesive tape. It also comes with zip ties. I will show you how to assemble the headlight kit before we install it on the Honda Goldwing. This is the power regulator module. It's very simple. One end plugs into the Goldwing. The other end plugs into the H7 light. The first thing you want to do is remove the heatsink located on the back of the H7 light so you can install the aluminum spacer. You can take a rag to help hold it and unscrew the black heatsink located on the rear. You want to unscrew it in a counterclockwise rotation. Remove that heatsink off the back. The next thing you want to do is add the aluminum spacer. If you look at the aluminum spacer, it has a flat corner at the top. You want to put that in a 12 o'clock position. So slide the aluminum spacer on the back of the light with the flat part in the 12 o'clock position. Next, you want to slide on the rubber boot dust cover. Once you get that boot cover on, now you can come back and tighten it down with the black heatsink. And you want to tighten it up in a counterclockwise rotation. And you just want to get it hand tight. You don't want to torque it down too tight. Next, you will plug the power module into the H7 light. It has a little notch there. There's only one way to plug it in. You want to plug that power module one end into the H7 light. You want to plug the other end into the Honda Goldwing. Once you have the power module installed and plugged in, you can now secure it to the side of the Honda Goldwing. You can use the optional 2-sided provided tape, or you could actually use zip ties. And that's one thing I do like about this product, is that they made it to where you can put zip ties through the power module and mount it to the side of the Goldwing, making installation so much easier. The first thing I need to do is remove the front meter panel. To do this, I will sit on the gold wing and reach up around the ignition switch and lift up on the front meter panel. Underneath is 2 rubber grommets. All you need to do is just lift up on the top shelter to release the male bosses out of the rubber grommets. But be very careful, because underneath the meter panel is a display control connector switch, and you want to get that switch disconnected before you lift it all the way up. So once you snap it out of the grommets, the next thing you need to do would be to reach around to the front of the meter panel underneath and release the control switch connector. To release the connector, it was easier for me to take a small flat screwdriver, reach in and kind of open the tab. From there, I was able to pull the connector loose. The next challenge will be unplugging the small tweeters on the right and left side of the speaker grill. Once you snap out the speaker grill from the gold wing, you need to release the tabs on the tweeters. To do this, you have to remove the round rubber cover on the back of the speaker. You have to reach in and push on the tab. It will probably be easier if you have a small instrument with a hook on it, because the way that Honda has the tabs, if you're standing on the left of the bike, the tab would be at the 3 o'clock position. If you're standing on the right of the bike, the tab would be at the 9 o'clock position. It's kind of hidden, so you got to reach on the opposite side, and you have to apply pressure to release the tab. Once you release the tab, then the tweeter speaker wire will come unplugged. The next step would be to unbolt the combination meter or the instrument cluster. To do this, it's only 4 screws that you need to unbolt. You don't want to unplug it from the gold wing. All you want to do is remove the screws to lift up on it once you get it unbolted. You don't have to unplug it. You just want to lift it up so you can prop it up, and then you can get behind it. On the front of the gold wing, space is limited. It's very tight, so it's hard getting your hands down in there. So a lot of this would be a one-handed operation. The first thing you need to do is remove that existing headlight. First thing you need to do is unplug the wiring harness on the back of the headlight. Get it disconnected. You want to remove that rubber round boot cover. Next, you want to unhook the bulb retainer clip by pushing in and then dropping it down. Once you push in and down, you can release the retaining clip and just swing it out the way, and you can remove the bulb. Working on the Honda Gold Wing is very tight. There's no room to work. It's hard to get a camera down in there for you guys to see it. But hopefully by now you guys know how to remove a headlight. Very simple. Just disconnect the connector, remove the rubber boot, unlatch the retaining clip by pushing in and down, remove the H7 bulb. The first thing I need to do is take the LED bulb. Be careful not to lose that retaining clip on the back. I want to go ahead and slide on the aluminum spacer. I want to put that flat part in the 12 o'clock position, and be careful not to lose that little retaining ring on the back, because this is what's going to hold pressure to keep the headlight tight. I want to install the headlight bulb in that 12 o'clock position. I know it's hard to see. It's no room to work. I mean, it's barely space to get your hand in there. It's real tight. A lot of it has to be done by feel, and hopefully by now you guys know how to install a bulb. So once you get that H7 bulb inside of the housing, next you need to take the retaining clip and you want to lock it in place. To do this, I'm going to take a piece of wood, and hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to use the wood. I'm going to reach in with a piece of wood. I'm going to push in on the retaining clip and kind of lift up to lock it in place. I know it's hard to see, but working on the gold wing again is very limited space. I need to get the rubber boot installed. I'm going to reach in with one hand. Again, it's so tight you can only get one hand in here. And I want to feed the wire through the rubber boot. I'm going to install the rubber dust boot cover back on with the arrow marks facing up. Next, I'm going to install the heat sink, and this is what's going to tighten it into the housing on the gold wing. So with one hand, I'm going to reach in, feed the wire through the heat sink. I'm going to tighten it in a counterclockwise rotation. I'm only going to do it hand tighten. I just want to feed it on there. Once it starts tightening, I'm going to stop. Just want to get it hand tightened. And now that I have installed the heat sink, the next thing I'm going to do is attach the power module. And you want to make sure that the notches are aligned. It's only one way to plug it in. Make sure the notches are aligned. And once you get it snapped in, you can go ahead and tighten it down. Just hand tighten it. In this portion of the video, I secured the power module to the side of the gold wing by making a small hole. I took a flame and heated up a screwdriver to make a small hole where I could run the zip tie. The gold wing has absolutely nowhere to mount a zip tie. So I took this hot screwdriver and just made a hole big enough to run me a zip tie through the hole. That way I can secure the power module to the side of the gold wing. I can use the optional two-sided tape, but with all of the heat coming from the engine, I'm not sure if that two-side tape will hold. The zip ties would be more permanent. That's one thing I do like about Electrical Connection. They did put a lot of thought into their headlights, giving you the option to do two-sided tape or a zip tie. I do prefer zip tie because it's more permanent. Once I tighten it down, I just took a pair of small wire cutters to reach in to cut the zip tie. Next, I need to plug up the 3-prong connector from the power module to the 2-prong female of the Honda Gold Wing headlight connector. If the connector is loose when you plug it in, unplug it and kind of spread the metal blades or the metal prongs. Just open them up a little bit and plug it back in. That should make the plug connector tighter. Repeat the steps if it's still loose. So on the opposite side, you're going to take the exact same steps that you took to dismember the headlight. You're going to take the same steps to reassemble the headlights. The steps are the same for the low beam side on both sides. So it doesn't matter if you started on the right or the left. The installation process will be the same. Once you have replaced the right and left low beam on the Honda Gold Wing, you want to turn on the ignition switch to verify that the headlights are connected. You want to replace the meter panel shelter, reconnect the tweeter speakers, and reconnect the multi-display control switch connector in the reverse order of removal. My phone always rings every time I make a video. Electrical Connection H7 headlight installation was easy by comparison to other LED headlights that I've installed in the past. The shipping was fast. The price is good. A lot of thought went into the headlight design, making the installation easier to install in tight quarters. The toughest part of the job is getting my hands into tight spaces on the Honda Gold Wing GL 1800. The lights are very bright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me installing the H7 LED headlights to the Honda Gold Wing GL 1800. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section below. Your comments just may help someone. If you are interested in purchasing the H7 LED headlights by Electrical Connection, I will include a link down in the description along with their telephone number. This is your boy Chris, and I've just installed the H7 LED headlights for my Gold Wing, and I absolutely love them. They are bright, and I give Electrical Connection 5 stars. And I will, as always, I will talk to you guys later. See you.